Soul and Vikendi, they just don't match. Second game in a row we've seen, second Vikendi game in a row we've seen Soul go out in 16th spot, but I was definitely surprised at how Fnatic let that team fight go, as Hypu disengaged from the earlier fight on Fnatic are now going up against INES as badrev gets 2 knockdowns. That's going to leave Hype with only, I believe, 1 player left standing. That's
Fnatic getting himself into another fight and intertwined in that fight. Actually going to be losing 3 members. Prototype, he's going to be just way too far. He will be an extra casualty for them, as Venom is just going to have to try and remain as a snake. And you know, unfortunately,
from the water, that uphill area is still going to put you in a compromised position because there's not many trees around that mountainside, so you could get exposed disengaging away. All the while, Team Tamil is looking to try and engage onto the members of INES. Machine is going to be popped up onto Striker, but Striker is ready to push back and allow Spray, but Spray gets knocked down by badrev. Great play with the Uzi.
There you go, going a little bit too far. You try to have the surprise factor, but then pay off, but no, you're going too aggressive, badrev, and that's going to be an instant shutdown for the other side of Team Tamilus. How are they going to respond to this? I mean, the ally was not knocked. They're going to go for it. You're putting himself in a really risky situation by doing that. I would not commit there, but they're actually going to try and get Mr. Spray back on his feet. And we might actually lose 2 members because of that. But you know what? They're putting the res. Will it pay off? It might.
And here's the thing, because badrev was knocked down, I suppose that was the moment for them to at least attemptedly get the revive off. And credit due, it's worked out. But in saying that, badrev was also revived up. So now we're back to square one, Max.
Back to your 4v4. I was not expecting the res coming out from both sides at this stage. That was extremely risky. Well, now they're going to get back to the compound, trying to go for the high ground. You know what? They might get wrapped around by Mr. Spray. I mean, he healed back up. He could go for a YOLO play right there, but I would say just use it. Yeah, he's going for the painkillers, trying to heal himself back up. Same for Striker. But this is a tricky situation, I do have to say. The only reason why Striker and Spray are still alive is because of the pressure applied by OP and Carry, because if they push, they're in a bad spot against those 2 respective players.
Here's the thing, I actually don't think Carrie and Timothy are actually in good spots on the side of Team Tamilus, to be perfectly honest, because they're out in the open, they're on top of the hill, where the other 2 members of INES are inside the building, so they're able to provide just a little bit more protection. That's why the smokes are being thrown out by the members of Team Tamilus to try and give the rest of the team a bit of a chance to move in closer so they can join in as a 4-man team. But are they going to get inside the vehicle and disengage away, or actually just going closer? It seems like they just don't know what to do.
Wait, Striker, wait for me! Okay, he's to get back into the car, and they'll be able to rotate their way through. The smokes will buy them a little bit of time. They're going to be able to rotate. And you say, like, the 2 members you thought were in a little bit of a risky spot, they allow, because of that pressure, because of that suppressing fire, to stop INES from getting the shutdown on the car. It is a little bit harsh down south. If the circle does shift up north, it might going to get messed up, because there are a lot of teams that have an angle on the compound of Elementary, so they'll have to be very careful. badrev going to get knocked down pretty low. Gotta be careful, but they still will be able to heal himself back up. This is a battle of knocks. I'm pretty sure both sides will not want to commit for the fight. But because they don't want to take the risk of getting backstabbed, we might actually see an overcommitment from both sides to actually go for the team squad wipeout, just to not get backstabbed by any teams during their late phase rotation towards phase.
Yeah, this is dancing with each other in the form of bullets right now. Carry was once again put down to his knees, knocked down, but he will most likely get revived up. Like you mentioned, you got to understand the fact that Elementars are coming into possibly third party. You also have Megastars coming in from the southeasterly direction. You see them coming in to the compound nearby. So that could be 4 teams, 1 area, depending on where phase 5 does go.
Well, that's to see it. Talking about phase 5 is going to pop off in a few seconds, so keep an eye out on the map. Oh, perfect. As I mentioned, it's going to be popping off on the top right of your screens. Oh, John Mara and Deadeye.
And Deadeye guys, yeah.
Fight, yeah, of the northeastern section. Ooh. And he's like, oh, they actually don't have to move. They can keep on focusing on that fight. But now, I said it, Elementrix, and also for Megastars, now if that circle shifted heavily up north, it's going to be hard for them. They have to rotate ASAP, but also, so many teams are going to do the exact same move, so not many teams will make it down from the south. I'm unfortunately pretty sure that will be happening here.
Yeah, and for INES, it's actually a little bit easier because they can just stick to the coastal line if they do rotate down or if they decide to wait. As a side really played it calculatively, coming into the right time, into the right compound, taking down the likes of Godlike. But now INES, they shut down Deadeye's guys. INES were in a similar situation to Team Tamilus earlier on, but in a hard way away from them, maybe go towards the west. We'll find out.
Downhill, potentially getting picked up, you know, by teams like Team TSM Entity or also Umamba. Umamba surprisingly have to not get shut down, but also INES, another team that I thought would get shut away. But you know what, able to heal up from their wounds and potentially actually able to push because TSM Entity now, they're busy with all the teams over on the west and now also INES on the east. So how will TSM Entity hold on to that position because they've got a lot to take care of?
It's such a unique area of this map, right? Because like I said, you have that mountainside is great, but there's such a huge difference in correlation and distance to the high ground and the low ground in this area of the map. So it's very harsh. You can't really slowly wrap down that hill. You gotta really go deep. So now we're down to the 4 teams. That's it. Jonathan, the frag master himself, gets the first play on the Evil Eye. But how are the rest of INES going to respond? It is a little bit easier for TSM Entity because they have those buildings and Machine gets knocked down. So now it's just one player left up for INES.
The fact that TSM Entity still have 4 members, I talked about it, how important it is to have 4 members at this stage of the game. To defend a compound against still 3 teams going against you is exactly what you need. But now the all knew that was not going to work out, and they're going to be sharing those 2 kills between TSM Entity and now Yumamba. Now it's turned to 2v4. Can Yumamba make it? I mean, it's going to be harsh. The Blue Zone's right behind him. They have nowhere to run towards to. The first knockdown should be happening on their side, but no, not able to get Bishma. But at the end, he does connect. Now down to a 1v4. They're swiftly going to go for the kill secure, making that extra point up to 6 frags, going for 7th. Looking good. He does confirm 1. Yumamba, before dying, actually gets an extra point for his team as Yumamba get eliminated in second, and TSM Entity come out on top on Vikendi and secured himself their very second chicken dinner of this entire event of Gamers Without Borders.
Into the circle.
As you crawlers chicken dinner last game, there might not be a back-to-back. Unfortunately, Roach will be down, Avi will be ticking down because of the blue zone, and HB's got to do a run for it. Oh my god, what? HB does it? Chazzy's on the other side, he won't really be a threat, and he's able to make it to the compound of Soul, but he's not going to push it. Be careful, heal up first.
Play from HB. Soul didn't see it coming, but they're still up with 3 players left in this game. As INES, they have 2 players up, Machine and Evil Eye. Can they become the Machine on the north edge of the circle? Going to shoot up shots towards the side of Dead Eye. Dead Eyes are right in the center of this phase 6 circle.
Oh my god, Deadeyes, they're perfectly on point on their position. The higher ground, you've got to be careful. Their teams are always going to be pushing for basically almost every position except from the south. But at least they can focalize their firepower on the few teams involved, or maybe even let them fight each other. As unfortunately, we lose the kings of the jungle, godlike. They will not remain the kings of this Sandhog game, unfortunately. But Soul, they got one of the...
I think they're in one of the best positions to be downhill because they can prone down, they can be snaked, and they're going to see people on top of the hill before they see them because the way it works on the late game, being on the low ground is a bit more of an advantage. Of course, that depends on where phase 7 pops up, right? That is going to come into play. Plus, with the other 5 teams around them, it's going to get very important as Wadu is going to look to Wadu heck his way with a grenade onto INES.
You love it when people want to heck their way to victory. And like, god damn, it's going to be INES now pushing his way forward. Evil IB, the smokers, buying him some time, cutting away visibility of Deadeyes guy. Well, Kazi just chilling in the lower side, just trying to wait his best. But of course, the circle, look at that save. Circle number 7 going to be straight on top of Deadeyes guy. And now they're going to try and get himself back as a full squad. I absolutely love it. But now, this is when Soul, they're going to struggle to go up here. That's why I was a little bit scared about, is if the next circle didn't go in their favor, they got potentially 2 teams taking the fight against them. So how are they going to pull that one off?
But if they wrap around the east and prone way, they can actually take down INES from behind. Take down the last member of Team Extreme. Of course, you've got to damn well hope that that happens without them getting spotted out by the side of Deadeye guy. But we do see the first shot coming down. We do see Mortal has been knocked out. How are Viper and Regaltos going to respond? Regaltos is going to try and get into a better position. He does with the grenade, knocks down Machine. Evil Eye is left standing, and he's down to half health, and he's going to get spotted out. No, not quite by Deadeyes.
Oh my god, I thought Wadu was going to get Evil Eye there, but not quite able to connect the shots. But he's still got like those 2 teams with like team number... Wait, that's actually Extreme that's going to be having one member. And even Yumamba, they're just remaining, waiting for the fight to happen. And then they might go for the third party once the fight is actually over. Shifuno cooking a nade in the open. There you go, the backstab off their shot of Yumamba. Will be coming up through. He gets one. Can he get the second? No, he can't. Yumamba out in 5th position. 4 teams going to be in this game still. But Soul, they have to move away. The Blue Zone's going to be pushing them forward and forward as Evil Eye's going to be there. And Viper's going to get really close to INES right now. But be careful, Evil Eye knows that he heard the footsteps and he's ready to strike.
And what's so important is that Mortal was able to get revived up. He was able to get healed up. That was so incredibly well played by Soul.
Deadeyes guy will be down out in 4th position. That's turned to 3v1v1. Careful, is going to get close. Here it is. Evil Eye gets the information, gets a knockdown. This may be the time to strike for the remaining member of Team Extreme. But he has yet to push. He's going to maybe allow even Viper to get us back up. But he has information, Regaltos. It seemed like he seems pretty confident. but he's still pushing behind that, and Kazi's not going for the time to strike. I would go for it right now.
Here's the thing. It doesn't really matter for Team Extreme because they're coming into this game in last place with only 18 points. This result, this second place or first place, it's still going to incredibly help them in the overall standing. Viper's going to get spotted on top of the rock, but he responds well, and that's going to be the game for Soul.
There you go. I thought their position was going to be hard to pull onto, but those grenades are the main reason why they're good for Marcos. But TSM Entity finally for the first time, they're going to take a fight. They got 0 kills, but they got to wrap kills up for this game. Going to go for the spray. Now doing some work with the M16. If he's got AR, that'll be a little bit more impactful, I am pretty sure. You know what? The amount of pressure they're applying is absolutely huge, and with 4 members, I don't think potentially the INES can make it alive. Evil-Eye's got a great repositioning, can snake his way through, but that shack is not going to be enough for INES to make it through.
And we do lose Soul in 10th. We lose Elementrix in 9th. Now we're down to 8 teams.
Pressure was actually applied by TSM Entity, and now that's allowing them to get a little bit more information and push on forward towards the circle. They're still not there yet, and they might have to fight versus Marcos Gaming in the next few seconds. Great spray from badrev.
There is a little bit of a space where they can get in, and that's where they've got to try and create that space by taking teams down around them, whether it's knocking them out, whether it's confirming them, because it doesn't matter about your position right now in terms of shooting in. You just want to create that push as Team Extreme get eliminated. 5 teams left, 15 players up. Jayamara is still looking... Okay, sorry, not Jayamara. It's actually Godlike that are looking the strongest right now.
That's for sure, but now I said it, Marcos, I mean, eventually we're going to get scattered up by INES, and that was also going to be the same for the other side. They have a res a little bit back up, but they're still down to 2. They can pull a res a little bit higher up on the mountainside, but it's going to be extremely hard for them to get. But now all the teams that have the higher ground, Jayamara, Godlike, they can apply pressure, especially on both teams. It's going to be INES and Marcos Gaming. I don't think they're going to make it out alive, well, at least not as a full squad, that's for sure.
It is going to be so difficult. The fact that Godlike are actually wrapping, they're in the circle, but they're on the downhill, they're on the uphill area, that's going to really help them, and they're taking Marcos Gaming down 1 by 1. Nice opportunity taking from Godlike as Marcos. They're going to try to reposition, but in this, they're going to be the next targets for Godlike.
I mean, we knew it was going to be hard. They still have that Harry Potter stuff to play around, so this is going to potentially be huge for peaking potential. We see the machine. Nice break coming out of Smic COP with the M4. badrev, though, going to go for a little bit of a flank there. Does get sprayed away. Put down low, but actually makes it behind the tree. And then it still has 3 members up and running. Machine, I think it's going to be a casualty, unfortunately, in this one. Will be the blue out of a few seconds. We'll have to leave the tree otherwise. And does indeed get confirmed by Godlike. Up to 11 kills in period.
Incredible stuff by Godlike. Right now, they're second in the overall standings. We saw TSM Entity go down early on, so will we see the top team being taken?
On Megastars and Marcos Gaming is exactly what they need, and 2 members keeping information and their eyes onto INES. I gotta say, how they're pulling this late game stage off is huge and perfectly executed from Godlike.
Oh, but Marcos, dude, with the Kobe knocks down.
Another one.
KAPSHI, but now can the second one come through to connect on the Evil Eye? It doesn't quite. He nearly gets taken down. Evil Eye is on about 25 health. You have Grill coming in from the side, but that's the end. Marcos Gaming takes him out. Now we're down to 3 teams.
Grenades OP, there you go. Marcos Gaming allowed him to get an extra 2 frags upon that. They're up to 6 kills so far. No, 6 kills and a minimum of 3rd position.
Yep.
That's a huge game for Marcos Gaming. They might even be able to steal it away, but here it is Godlike. They know they have the man advantage. This is a 4v1v1. They get Vexay, going to be scalded out by Megastars, and they get it instantly. That's their 15 kills, and they're going to get up to 16 kills if he doesn't die to the blue zone. The dude is going to try and go up. He's going to go straight into the blue zone. He wants to deny that point as fast as possibly they can. Godlike are going to try and get the intel. Do they get the information first? They do not, and he will be dying to the blue zone. This will be the 3rd chicken dinner. Yes, you heard it right. 3rd chicken dinner for Godlike. Absolutely.